South Korea's National Assembly has convened an extraordinary session that will run for the next 2 weeks, bringing an end to over 40 days of inaction. Rival parties started by electing a parliamentary speaker and 2 vice speakers for the latter half of the 20th National Assembly. For the latest, we connect to our political correspondent Kim Min-ji. So Min-ji, fill us in.
Ji-yoon, as you touched upon, the National Assembly is back in action after more than 6 weeks of inactivity. Now, the latter half of the 20th National Assembly kicked off with the electing of the Assembly Speaker and 2 vice speakers, filling in the key Assembly leadership posts that have sat vacant for over a month. During a plenary session this morning, rival lawmakers elected Moon Hee-sang, a 6-term lawmaker of the ruling Democratic Party of Korea, as the new National Assembly Speaker. Now, it's been customary for the largest party, currently the ruling Democratic Party of Korea, to take the Speaker position. In a short speech following his nomination, the new Speaker emphasized the importance of cooperation.
Managing state affairs through dialogue, compromise, and cooperation will be the destiny of the 20th National Assembly. I promise that cooperation will also be prioritized over the next 2 years. It'll be the ruling party's responsibility to work on bills related to reform and the people's livelihoods. They must not blame the opposition bloc, but at the same time, the opposition also needs to show sincerity in negotiations. They must make demands, but also make concessions when necessary.
Now, Moon, who will leave the ruling party to go on as an independent, will be at the helm until May 2020, when the 20th National Assembly comes to an end. Now, 2 vice speakers were also elected: 5-term lawmaker Ji-yoon from the main opposition Liberty Korea Party and 4-term lawmaker Chu Sung-yong from the minor parliamentary Party, the second and third largest parties, respectively.
So this is just a start. I mean, we understand the rival parties have a lot on their plate for the duration of this July session.
Yes, you're right. Due to over a month of paralysis, they've got a stack of agenda items to work through. Now, next Monday, a plenary session will be held to finalize the makeup of the Parliament's 18 standing committees. The ruling party will chair 8 of them, the main opposition 7, the parliamentary Party 2, and the joint bloc of the Party for Democracy and Peace and the Justice Party will head up 1. Rival lawmakers will also vote on a revision to the National Assembly Act to separate the Committee on Education, Culture, Sports, and Tourism into 2 separate ones, one in charge of education and the other the remaining affairs. Also on the agenda are confirmation hearings for the candidate for a Commissioner General of the National Police Agency and 3 nominees for Supreme Court justices. Now, although we are back on track, and despite the fact that it was a much-needed breakthrough, there are concerns of political wrangling down the line, with rival parties expected to clash during the upcoming confirmation hearings, not to mention the mountain of disputed bills that have to be reviewed. Back to you, Ji-yoon.